So the other train left me, and then I always see transit or police. What's your name? What's your name? Hey, D Wall? Okay. So that's why the trains have to leave me so they can pinpoint where I'm at to enforce abuse and harassment, knowing full blown, well, no one would believe my story. That's why you repetitively keep seeing fair enforcement and people standing over me. Because who would let someone be psycho like this and run the government? In fact, get away with it for 6+ years. So all this right here, they used to arrest me at these locations. They're setting up petty harassment schemes and using tax dollars to do so. I couldn't live here. There's so many crimes being committed here and cover-up and corruption. It was impossible for me to stay here. Crimes with the bus, trains, at all environments to keep me from shelter schemes. They're all over the place, completely unaddressed. So typically what these people are told to do is to block my path in the harassment scheme. But they see my phone up. Police here. West End is personal. That's why I have 2 arrests here in corruption. This used to be my favorite spot to come, the West End, before they started guarding it like Fort Knox in corruption. 2 full-blown arrests on 10, 11 police. I still don't know what. Let me ask them. Let's ask them why I had a criminal trespass. Because no one has ever told me. Taking my freedom. Hello. I have a question I hope you guys can help me with.
I might have an answer.
Okay, I had 2 arrests at the West End. There was like 10, 11 police that took my freedom. And I don't know why they did it. They said I had a criminal trespass and no one has ever told me why.
Did you receive a criminal trespass warning in the past year?
No, there was no criminal trespass warning.
Let me ask you this. Did you, when did the arrest happen?
I think it was May. I would think it was one in May. And then there was another one September 3rd, 2019, when I was trying to report abuse that I routinely experienced on Dart.
In May and then in September.
That was in 2019. It was a while back, but I couldn't get my records and no one ever told me why I was arrested twice trying to catch the bus.
That was with Dart?
Uh-huh.
What's your name, baby?
It's Kiana Clark.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Kiana Clark.
Kiana Clark. How you spell Kiana?
Keyana.
I had to ask that question because it's like usually either you decided that you wasn't trying to leave property or you showed back up. It's like when the authority of power tells you about leaving the property during that point in time, and it's like it tells you
there was no. I don't. But you just can't abuse your power and guns and then tell someone to not come on property for no reason. There's no reasoning. No. No.
So you didn't cause a disturbance?
No. All I know is I was fleeing a domestic abuse crisis, and I was going back and forth to try to get justice for my experience. Kids were taken out of corruption. I was getting tormented and bullied and lied and slandered all over the place.
Is that out here?
Mm-hmm. I don't know why I got arrested twice and what the criminal trespass was for.
Okay, what was your last name again?
Clark, Clark. No one has ever told me I wasn't allowed to go to court twice. So they didn't tell me when I was in jail. I'm sorry?
How you spell your first name?
They put me in isolation and violated me. I didn't know if I was going to make it through being in jail. I never went to court.
How you spell your first name?
Keyana. Because you knew my birthday without me telling you.
Well, that's because I got your name now.
Oh, okay.
That went with Dart. You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. I was in jail from September 3rd. I was trying to catch the bus, and the bus driver slammed the door when I tried to catch the bus and leaving me, and it was a pattern of multiple bus drivers doing that. So when I tried to, when he slammed the door on me, I started beating on the door to get his attention because I was supposed to be meeting someone. And then he drove off with me beating on the door. It caused me to lose my balance, and I almost fell up under the bus and got ran over.
Yeah.
So then I went to the station on Eckerd to try to report it and was arrested to interrupt me reporting the abuse that I experienced catching Dart. But can you find out why I got the criminal trespass and don't know?
Honestly, no. It's like you have to go down to Dart Police Lindsay.
I did. They didn't have the records.
They didn't have your records?
No, and then they played games and said I had to get it online and never sent it.
Oh, you're able to as well. Yeah, it'd be dart.org.
Well, why can't you do it as a police officer? Do a little investigation work and find out what
Because
they did? Because I haven't been able to find out. I've tried. It's impossible.
I got to be required as a detective to do that.
I'm sorry?
I got to be required as a detective to do that. I'm not a detective.
Well, can you give it to someone? Why not? Because it's been impossible for me to. I cannot figure it out.
Because there's no reason for me to gain your information.
You already, my date of birth came up on its own. You had it. So I just don't understand why it's been impossible for me to figure out why my freedom was taken by 10 or 11 police.
Because that'll be your own public records. I can't necessarily just get in there.
I can't. I haven't. It's been impossible for me to get the investigation. I was not allowed to go to court, tortured in jail. So I'm trying to get law enforcement to help me because I have not been able to do it on my own.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can actually go into dart.org.
I've already done that. I never got the records.
Really?
Yeah. And then when I go in, they wouldn't furnish any information on why my freedom was taken and why so many police thought they had an interest in taking my freedom. Why did it warrant 10 or 11 police for criminal trespass?
Now, that part, I'm guessing because of the incident that was going on.
What incident was it?
Like, during that time, the criminal trespass. Like, you was telling me that how...
It was, they never gave me, it was like it was a scheme. I was fleeing a domestic violence crisis, and 10 or 11 police did not tell me why they're taking my freedom twice.
Yeah.
Well, it was like 2 or 3, September 3rd, when I don't know why you're not concerned about a bus closing the door on me, and then almost caused me to fall up under the bus. And then someone arrested me to interrupt me reporting that. My life could have been taken. But that's been disregarded for all this time, and people want to enforce criminal trespasses, but refuse to do anything about the torture campaign I've had to endure. So I don't know what to do because they won't give me the records, and police won't do an investigation to figure out what happened.
I say, like, at that point, it's like you might have to just get in contact with them.
I went to Internal Affairs, and he covered for it too, and then tried to enforce the criminal trespass, and wouldn't tell me why I had it. Oh, what are you writing down? I'm sorry?
Let me get your information again.
Okay. That way I don't have to repeat myself. Yes, if anybody could tell me what happened, what they thought I did, because no one told me in all these years. So it was rather terrifying because I was getting terrorized at the shelter I was at. I was railroaded and blacklisted from a multitude of shelters. Then I had all these court things, and they wouldn't tell me the right routes on the bus, and I'd get lost because they wouldn't give me route information. So it was really terrifying. And then when the 10 or 11 police, arrested me, they said I had a criminal trespass. No one had ever told me about a criminal trespass.
Yeah, I wonder why, though.
Right, that's another thing, and why they didn't let me go to court. I thought that was a constitutional right I had. But twice they wouldn't let me appear at court to tell them that I was innocent and I was being railroaded.
So how long were you in jail there?
I was when I almost got when the bus driver slammed the door, and then I was beating on the door trying to catch the bus, and he drove off. That was September 3rd, 2019. They kept me in jail till December, around Christmas. They finally let me out. But I never went to court. They said I reported what I was going to Randall Scott, my attorney. He covered for it, and then has had them send me over to Turtle State Hospital, where I was terrorized there. I was on the phone trying to take care of business, and they cut the phone off. Yeah, it's happened at multiple different hospitals.
Now, like you said, different hospitals?
Hospitals and in jail.
So what hospital did you go to during that time?
I went to Turtle State Hospital in corruption because my attorney had to do was just pull the body cam footage, but he wouldn't do it.
Now, was that for like medical reasons or mental reasons?
Oh, I guess L. Samuel 598. I just reported. Yeah, I just reported to you that I was trying to catch the bus, and the bus driver slammed the door on me, and I tried to report it, and it was arrested.
Ms. Clark?
Yes.
I'm just checking the dispatch right now to see if there were any history of you being here. And then I'll try to ask for the case number or service number, whatever.
Yeah, I just want to know what the criminal trespass was for because I couldn't go to court to find out. Twice. That the criminal trespass was for? Okay. I don't see it was a bus driver that slammed our foot on the brakes. Multiple drivers would blatantly lie on me. I would get put off the bus in schemes multiple different times. I was threatened, trapped on trains and buses, kidnapped, taken to the station. And all of that was never investigated. Some kind of way, this criminal trespass that I have no earthly idea what it's regarding for all these years. I was at by the bridge shelter, and there was this lady that blatantly lied on me, and like 4 police vehicles came. The police officers wouldn't tell me what the lie was. They said I was using profanity. I said no, she was using profanity. But there's a repeated pattern of people blatantly slandering me and keeping me from services all over the place. I'm reporting it right now, and I've been reporting it years, and it's never been investigated. Yeah, I don't know what to do because I report things to the police and to Internal Affairs. I reported it to Internal Affairs, and he took. No, they wouldn't give me any paperwork because they wouldn't give me one. They stopped giving. I had dozens of criminal trespasses, like probably hundreds. Yeah, they were giving me out of corruption, but they never gave me paperwork.
Like I just mentioned, I'm trying to get you that information.
So, but what was odd, when I was arrested, they rushed right to me when I got off the train like they knew I was on it. Stalking's criminal. No one reviewed the camera footage, and I couldn't go to court.
I'm not familiar with that case.
Well, yeah, I was right there over there. Right there. Lindsay came with like 10 police. Like I had assaulted a police officer, pulled a gun on someone, and I had absolutely no idea why he was doing it, nor him. And was never allowed to go to court to figure it out. Well, I went to Dart Police, Illinois, to Dart Police, and they didn't have any answers there either. They said they couldn't find it.
She's gonna make sure that
Okay.
yeah, and then once you have a service number, you can kind of go from there and say, hey, this is the service number, this is the report, and you get a copy of the report, and then they'll be able to develop that report.
But is that normal for police to not furnish you any reason behind giving you a?
I can't say that they never gave you anything.
I'm reporting it right now with you. That I was going through a lot of corruption, games being played to keep me from transit, a whole bunch of different things, and no one had ever told me about a criminal trespass. But they schemed multiple different times to keep me from transit, and they did it.
Let me know what you have.
There's just been no accountability for this insanity that I had to endure years, and bus drivers scheming to keep me from services, and the conspiracy to violate rights I thought was a felony. So what they're doing is higher ups or enforcing people to commit crimes. So they're using intimidation for me and for other people that want to be honest to help them enforce felonies. So one bad apple spoils a whole bunch. So if a person wants to be a good officer, they have bullies or surrounded by bullies that enforce crimes. So therefore drowning good police in corruption. That's how you don't get felonies. We're going to enforce our crimes. No, absolutely no accountability. Felony after unaddressed felony. This is a mentally unstable abuser that's running the show for 6 years plus. Knowing you never believe my story. Yeah, if someone would have reviewed the camera footage, you can see that they rushed to me after I got off the train. A lot of police. So they had to have been stalking me to come rush to me as soon as I got off the train. Can I help you, sir? Can I help you? Sir, R. Ortiz, 634. Can I help you with something? Are you okay?
Go ahead.